Hello there, I'm Vigalius, and let's get controversial. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver. Is it called The Scar Giver? I think it's called The Scar Giver. Okay, so I watched this movie with a couple of buddies, with some beers, with a big TV, a big loud sound system. And yeah, we just sat there on a Friday night, sinking beers and watching a goofy Zack Snyder movie with lots of lasers, lots of friggin' lens flares, bad acting, and over the top slow motion directing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was fine. I know this film is being absolutely critically panned. I think this is the moment for Zack Snyder where even a lot of the fans are kind of backing out and they're done with it. And in terms of people who are not fans, they're really backing out and really done with it. They do not want to know Zack Snyder anymore, and I think this is a crippling moment for his reputation. This has a 13 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it even has a tremendously low score on Metacritic as well. I'm pretty sure it's in the red, and I honestly just think I don't have an issue with it. To be honest with you, I don't really see the issue with the movie now. I mean, I kind of get it. I do see that, like I said, Zack Snyder has a terrible reputation, and the last film, wasn't great. It also wasn't absolute dog trash either, but it wasn't a great movie. So obviously going into this one, a lot of people were very cynical, and they were obviously going to focus on the bad, and there's a lot of bad. Do not get me wrong, there's a lot of bad. This film is essentially two halves. The first half is farming, and the second half is where all the stuff that you want to see happens, all the explosions and lasers and shit like that. But I will say that I think the pacing in this film is far better than the first one. The first one felt really just off in terms of pacing. And it's we collected this person, and then thing, and then we're done. It was just very bizarre, and it felt very unfilm-like. Whereas with the second one, I felt like I was watching a movie. I felt like I was watching a proper movie in terms of pacing. It does seem odd. It seems like a very weird sequel because we have these backstory moments that are very forced and ham-fisted. But we have these backstory moments that honestly would have made way more sense than the first part. And it's almost why? They were for each of the characters that we collected in the first part, so why would you not just have the flashback backstory moments in the first part rather than the second part, and contain a lot of the stuff from the first part in the second part? I don't know why we didn't do that. It almost feels as though these sections, these bits were intended for the first part, but when people had a lot of issues with the pacing of the first part, they thought, okay, we'll reintroduce them in the second part, because they do feel a little bit out of place. And yes, there's slow-mo farming, which is bizarre. Far be it for me to criticize. Zack Snyder, okay, he makes weird slow-mo decisions. I went into it expecting those, and so it didn't bug me in any way. Plus I was drinking beers, and also it's like the green screen in the first part was absolutely atrocious. It was really bad. So in the second part I was like, well, yeah, it's still bad, but I knew it was coming, so it didn't bug me. And I would say that that's the only reason that I could tolerate this film. But to be honest with you, the big scale war stuff, it's alright. It's not bad. It's actiony stuff. Again, a little bit over the top with the slow-mo and what have you. And you do have to remember this is a Netflix film, not a several $100 million budget movie. This is a Netflix movie, and the action's not bad. I did enjoy a lot of the fighting and the shooting and the weird lightsaber duel. I wish there was more time with the lightsaber duel, because it essentially was. I do think that some of the deaths were unceremonious and what have you, but 13 on Rotten Tomatoes, the action's not bad. It's really not. And if that's what you're looking for, you could do a lot worse. That you could do a lot worse with Zack Snyder. The thing is, with Batman vs Superman, that movie was annoying. With Justice League, that movie was, I don't know. I can't place where I really didn't like Justice League, but most people didn't. But with this film, it's like, it's bland and the acting's bad, and I don't really care about any of the characters. I think that's the biggest issue with the movie. Is other than the guy who ends up like commanding things, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't really care for the characters at all. But if you're just looking for dumb action, then half of this film really isn't bad. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I would say it was just because I was drinking beers, but I did go back and watch the second half again, just in case it was just because I was drinking. And no, I really thought it was absolutely fine. I'm not going to run this through any score system because I feel as though if I do, people are going to judge every score I give for a movie after this off of the score I give this movie. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I mean it's. Just watch it. I mean, just give it a shot, you know?
The PlayStation is only $149, and you can also get leading titles.